All right. Hello, I'm Jen Berger with the American Parkinson's Disease Association, and I am here with a room full of people. I wish that you could be in here to see how many smiling faces, there we go, that we have. You have showed up to a level 2 standing class today. Well, we will do pretty much the entirety of the workout standing. There are a couple exercises actually that we're going to go into where everybody's going to be seated. So go ahead and grab a chair if you don't have one. It's also a strength and coordination class, so you do need weights. So if you don't have them with you, go ahead and grab weights. You will need them for the workout. We're going to be here about 50 minutes. We'll start with a warm-up, have a whole lot of fun in between that and the cool down at the end. All right? I think I covered it all. If at any point in time you need to grab a drink, run to the restroom, take a break, let that heart rate come down, you can go ahead and press pause on the device that you are working out with us on and come back to us when you are ready. With no further ado, all of my friends here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know you can't see them, but there are 12 of us in this room. So get excited. We're going to send some of our energy your way. We're going to start with a warm-up. That's where we start. We're going to go with 2 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. I don't have music today, so if you hear any singing, I did suggest some singing throughout the room, so we'll see if they take me up on it. 5 counts, inhale through that nose, and then a 5 count exhale. All right, you ready to get started? Let's go. In through the nose, up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just as slow on that exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and an exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everybody's going to stand with those feet about hip width apart, and we're going to start with some big shoulder rolls back right here. All the way up, back, and down. Just getting those bodies warmed up. Up, back, and down. You still putting yourself together there, Walt? Up, back, and down. Safe space, Walt, safe space. Here we go. 2 more. Up, back, and down. Last one here. Up, back, and down. Shake out those arms for me a little bit. Give me some wrist rotations. We're going to wake up all those body parts. Even though it's afternoon and sunny, we're still getting those bodies warmed up. So arms nice and long. We're just going to take that head now and turn it from side to side. So big rotation here from side, center, and then the other side. Really working on that range of motion. So we're just taking that head and turning it from side to side. A couple more here. How about 1 more each way? And then you can meet me right back in the middle. And now we'll go chin to chest and all the way back up. Chin to chest. And all the way back. 1 more, chin to chest. And all the way back. Again, right here in the middle. We're just going to do some push and pulls now. So we're going to hinge at that waist, reach for each other and push, and then take it back and pull, just like that. Push and pull. Push and pull. Keep working on this. Just not only are we working on getting those bodies warmed up, but our warm-up is a great way for us to really kind of push through that range of motion, really making those arms nice and long, making those rotations nice and big. Couple more here. Push and pull. Let's do 1 more. Push and pull. We're going to stand straight up with those hands on those hips now. And we're just going to rotate through that midsection. So standing up nice and tall with those shoulders back. We're just going to turn it that way, side to side right here. Just warming up the center of that body. Side to side. Again, range of motion is what we're focused on here, as well as warming up that body. So take that whole body with you. Do you need my help? I'm giving Walt trouble. I'm giving Walt trouble. He's making it too easy. 1 more each side. Getting too skinny on us, Walt. That's it. All right, hands on those hips. Let's start tapping through those heels right here. Tapping through those heels. Now all we're doing is just getting those legs warmed up, warming up that body from our head to our toes. I've said this a million times before, but I try to keep these warm-ups pretty much the same. I keep my stretching pretty much the same at the end. Not to bore you, of course, but just to go ahead and ingrain in your mind what a good warm-up and stretching looks like. That way when you're on your own, this just kind of comes natural to you. I warm up from our head to our toes. I cool down from our toes all the way back up. Let's add some big arm swings here, right here. Again, working the range of motion. So we're working through those shoulders. Try to fall into a little bit of a natural rhythm. For some of us, that's easier said than done, and that's quite all right. But it's as if we're going on a little bit of a stroll. Big arm swings all the way forward, all the way back. Give me about 10 more seconds here, and then we'll finish off with a minute march. Bill, you can do the seated too if you want, my friend. You can do all of this stuff seated if you want. It's up to you. All right, here we go for 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk it out right here. Just march it out. So this is the last part of our warm-up. We're going to get those knees up just a little bit higher. Increase that heart rate just a little bit by picking up that intensity. As we pull those knees up, we're letting the center of that body know that we're doing some work with it as well today. Good news, 8 exercises. That's all we got. That's all we got today. 8 exercises. All right. So 8 exercises. We're going to do each one 4 times. All right. So we're going to show up. We're going to get real good at it by the 4th round. And we're going to take some breaks in between. So strength and coordination is the name of the game. That's why we have our weights today. So we're going to work on strengthening those muscles and bones, and then that heart with a little bit of that, and mind with that cardio and coordination. I want you guys to all, since we don't have any music, we got to make it a little bit noisy in here. Let's start at 10 and count down. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, make sure you find your seat. I know I got movers and shakers in this room. You don't have to sit necessarily, but just make sure it's by you. We're going to go ahead and grab those weights. So when you're ready, go ahead and grab those weights. And go ahead and stand right in front of your chair. We'll start here. All right, so we are going to use, you know what? We're not using our weights. Never mind. Just kidding. Set the weights down. We're not using those weights. False alarm. False alarm. I'm just keeping you on your toes. Keeping you on your toes. We're going to stand up. First exercise is going to be a cardio coordination exercise. And so you can be in front or in back of your chair. And all we're going to do is we're going to lift one arm in the opposite heel. So it just looks like this. One arm comes up overhead while that heel comes out. And then we come right back to the other side, just like that. So we're working those opposites right here. All right. So 30 seconds is the name of the game every time we show up to an exercise. So let's stick here. We'll do 4 rounds of this, 10 seconds in between. Big arm raises all the way up overhead. Now, some of us may struggle with some shoulders, some yucky shoulders. And if that's the case, you can just take it to shoulder height right here. Otherwise, all the way up, working that opposite heel. Extending those arms up and those legs out. Less than 10. And then we'll shake it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out a little bit. 4 rounds of that. So we'll work for about 30, 35 seconds. We'll rest for about 10 seconds, and then we'll repeat. All right, when we're doing this cardio and coordination, let that heart rate come down a little bit in between. We're going to add a little piece to this. Now what we're going to do is do wide hands. So not only are we going to do those arms up, but I want wide fingers. All right, let's get those arms kind of jazz hands, just like that. All right, you ready? Let's go right here. Same thing. Arms are big. Legs are long. And we're extending those fingers out, working a little bit of hand dexterity at the same time. See how many things we can fit into one exercise right here. Now, when we come to this cardio and coordination, if you feel like you got a little extra pep in your step and you kind of got that rhythm down, you can go ahead and speed it up a little bit. We have 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Shake it out a little bit. We're going into round 3. We're going into round 3 right here. Creeping into my camera here, Bill. You want to be on stage? He's gonna be teaching class with me pretty soon. All right, we ready? Going into round 3. Same thing. Wide fingers, long arms, long legs for 3, 2, and let's go right here. Thinking about those shoulders, thinking about getting those legs nice and long. Nice work on that, Ed. Nice work. Good news is we only show up to every exercise 4 times. We're already halfway done with round 3. Trying to work those opposites a little bit. Big arms up overhead. Long legs in front. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Check it out. We only have one more round of those. One more round. We'll kind of bounce back between some coordination exercises and some strength exercises. So this will be the last round of this. Everybody kind of reassess where we are. Pull those shoulders back. Let's pick up that intensity just a little bit. Get that heart rate up just a little bit more. Are you ready? 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go right here. Like I said, if you can pick up that pace a little bit, by all means do so. We're also keeping things safe, of course. So listen to that body. If that pace that you were at before felt good, stick there. All right, let's count her down. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, check it out. Here's the deal. That was the first exercise. In between each exercise, feel free to grab a drink, let that heart rate come down a little bit. Next exercise, we are going to use our chairs for. No weights, but we are going to use our chairs. So when you're ready, you feel like that heart rate's come down just a little bit. You're going to stand in front of your chair. We're going to do a sit stand, but we're going to do it to tempo, meaning we're going to do it really slow down and really slow up. We're going to work those legs for this next exercise. So standing in front of your chair with those feet about hip width apart. We're going to take it nice and slow. Now, we're going to actually be sitting in our chair, so make sure that chair is behind you. All right, it looks a little something like this. It's just going to be a 1, 2, 3 count down and a 1, 2, 3 count up. Now, can you make this a little more challenging? You absolutely can. Grab those weights if you need a little added resistance and hold those weights. You do not have to. We're doing 4 rounds of it. All right, we ready? 30 seconds, nice and slow. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, and 3. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Last one up. 1, 2, and 3. Shake those legs out. 1 round down, 3 rounds to go. Like I said, if you need a little added resistance, you can hold 2 weights by your side. You can also grab one of your weights and hold one of your weights right here at your chest and do it that way too. All right? That's just a challenge if you want a little bit of added resistance. All right? Make sure you're right in front of your chair. Here we go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. You got it. 1, 2, 3. Just using those legs. 2, and 3. Taking that momentum out of it. Making the legs do the work. Up for 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, and 3. Shake those legs out. Should be feeling this in your legs. As those legs start to fatigue and you need to guide yourself in and out of that chair with those arm rests, you can do that as well. All right, make sure we're right in front of our chair. We're going into round 3. Like I said, grab those weights if you need a little bit of a challenge. Are you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, and 3. You got it. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, and 3. Halfway done. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. Last one here. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, and 3. Shake those legs out. We just have one more round of those. Feeling that in your legs a little bit? Good. I like it. I like it. I like that answer. I want you to feel it in your legs. You should not feel it in your knee. No. Couple things, and especially for you guys at home too. If you are feeling it in your knees, a couple things that you can do. Number one is check your form. Sometimes when we're doing a sit or we're doing a squat or something like that, we have a tendency to kind of sit forward a little bit, putting a little more pressure on our knee than we otherwise would if we were sitting back. Another option is just don't go all the way down into that chair. Change that range of motion. So just only come about until maybe it starts to bother that knee and then come back up. Just limit that range of motion a little bit. All right, round 4. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Focus on those muscles doing the work as we control it down and then control it all the way back up for 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. Keep working. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. Last one here. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, and 3. Shake it out. Nice work. Set down those weights. You will not need them for the next exercise. Go ahead and grab a drink. We're going right into exercise number 3. If we get through all 8 exercises, you know, can always throw a grand finale in. Everybody loves a grand finale, right, Ed? Yes, yes. We're actually going to all do this next exercise seated. It's a big exercise, and it's easier for us to do seated. So, Prakash, we'll do this one seated as well. So what you need to do, though, is you need to sit on the edge of your seat. All right, we're going to do star jacks. Pretty hard to do when you're standing. So we're going to do them while we're seated. And all it looks like is like this. We're just going to take, yep, you got it, arms out and then back in. Now, here's the deal. I threw hand dexterity into that first coordination exercise. I'm going to do it here, too. We're going to do some finger flicks. So it looks like this. We're going to finger flick as we go out, and then we're going to come right back in. So right here and back in. Key is get as big as you can. If you want to speed it up, you can speed it up too. 4 rounds. All right, we ready? Let's go right here. I'll take it at a pretty moderate pace, but if you guys want to speed it up, by all means you can. Don't forget those finger flicks, as if you dunk your hand in a whole bunch of water and you're flicking it off, just like that. Big and back to center. Big and back to center. So you can increase the intensity on this by making that movement bigger or faster. Also, great range of motion exercise. Let's do 2 more. 2 and 1 and back to center. Relax it in. Good job. 1 round down. 3 to go. David's taking a nap in between our sets here. All right, edge of our seat. All right, nice and tall. Round 2, going right into it. I'm going to pick up that pace just a little bit. You ready? Let's go. Out and in. Out. In. Finger flicks. Come on. Big movement. All the way out. All the way in. Nice, pretty star jack here. You got it, Bill. Nice work. I got Bills on both sides of my room here. Big out. Big in. You got it. Out and in. Out. Let's go 2 more. Out and in. Out and in. Great work. 2 down. 2 to go. Roll those shoulders back a little bit as we increase the range of motion on those shoulders. We start to fatigue those shoulders a little bit. So shake them out. We got 2 rounds left. Everybody doing okay? All right, you ready? Let's go. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Stick with me. Out and in. Good job. Big out, big in. Big finger flick, back in. Out and in. Out and in. 2 more. 2 and back. Out and back. Good job. What's a good number? What's a good number? How many should we do for the last round? How many? 13. That's an interesting number. What do you think, Ed? You think 13's good? How about 15? Think we can do 15? Let's do 15. You ready? Edge of your seat. We can do 15. We could probably do 20. We'll see how we feel on 15. All right, you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 4. Make it big. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you got it, 10, 11, 12. See if we could totally do 20. 13, 14, 15. Think you can do 20? Come on, let's go. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And Walt's going over there. Why the heck did you ask me? If you weren't going to listen to me, why'd you ask me, right? Isn't that what you're thinking? All right, shake it out. Grab a drink. Those 4 rounds of that exercise are done. All right. Our next exercise, we're going to do standing. So take your time getting up. We are going to use weights. So we're going to do it standing with weights. Now, this exercise can also be done seated. All right. So you can do the same exact exercise seated if you want. If not, and you're going to stand up with me, grab those weights. We're going to work a nice, slow strength move here. We're going to do bicep curls with knee raises. So it looks a little something like this. We're going to curl both of those arms up, but we're going to raise that knee and then come right back down and alternate to the other side right here. Nice and slow. All right. So higher the knee goes, the more challenging it is. If you just want to tap that toe in front of you, and you feel a little safer balance-wise doing it that way, you can do it too. All right. 30 seconds. Let's pull those shoulders back. Grab those weights, Bill. Grab those weights, shoulders back, and let's go. Curl and down, nice and slow. So when we show up to that strength and coordination, that cardio and coordination, we can do it as fast as we want. But when we come into this strength, let's really slow it down. Let's make those muscles do the work. Nice and slow, curling it up with that knee raise. Getting a little element of balance in here as well. Working those biceps. Thinking about all those things that we do throughout the day that strong muscles and bones help with. 2 more. Let's go. 2 and down. Last one. Up and down. Relax it out. In between each of these sets, I just kind of want you to think about that posture, pulling those shoulders back, standing straight up. 1 round down, 3 rounds to go. Ready? Let's go. Now, if this is challenging for you, I like it. If it's not challenging enough for you, maybe next time we're together or the next time you're with Michelle, you need to grab some heavier weights. All right? I'm not saying you have to. I'm absolutely not saying you have to, but I'm saying you're coming in, you're doing the work. Challenge yourself right here. 3, 2, and 1. Great work. What happens as we slow these exercises down is it kind of takes that momentum out of it, so it really forces those muscles to do the work. All right, 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. We ready? Shoulders back, tummy's tight, and let's go right here. Up and down. Up and down. Up. Bill, can you count out 6 more for me? Bill's going to count out 6 more for you. Go ahead. I'm going to have you do this seated. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. I think you would do better seated on this. Have a seat. Yeah. No. Right behind you. Right behind you. Are you taking a break? All right. Take a break. We got 1 more set. I'm just going to have you do this exact same exercise, but seated just like that. Okay? All right, we ready? This will be our last round. We'll count them out together. How about we do 10 of them? That sound okay? Thanks for taking care of that for me, y'all. All right, 10. Let's go. Shoulders back. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and slow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great work. Set those weights down. You do not need these weights for the next exercise. Grab a drink if you want. Remember, we'll take little breaks in between each of the exercises. There's water back there if you guys need a bottle of water. So we're not going to use weights for this next exercise, but it is going to have a little bit of a balance component to it because we're going to work some big steps. So what it's going to look like is we're going to step forward, come back to center, step to the side with the same leg, come back to center, and then we're going to step back with that same leg. All right, doesn't have to necessarily be a lunge. Let's protect those knees, but it's just a big step forward, side, and back. All right, so let's do this. There's 4 rounds. Let's stay on the right for 1 round, left, right, left. That way we can really maximize, and that way you can use your chairs too. So if you do want that chair for a little bit of added stability, you can put it to the side of you and do it that way as well. All right, I'm going to focus on big steps. You can add a little bit of a lunge in there too to work those leg muscles. All right, we ready? And if you are doing it seated, you would just do a front and side step. All right, we're going to stay on, we'll stay on y'all's right leg. All right, let's go. Front, side, and back. Make sure you have room. Let's go. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. There you go. Front, use that chair if you need it. Side, and back. 1 more. Let's go. Front, side, and back, and up. Shake those legs out. We'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, I kind of introduced it as a step. If you want to add that lunge in and you're going to lunge into it, just make sure we're protecting that knee, okay? All right, so other side. You guys are on your left side now. Let's go. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Let's do 1 more. Front, side, and back. Shake those legs out. 1 more set each side. We'll go 1 more side out, 1 more set on your right, 1 more set on your left. All right, so either make those steps a little bit bigger if you can, add a little bit of a lunge, you can challenge yourself that way. Everybody's on your right leg. Let's go. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Let's do 1 more on this side. Front, side, and back. All right, check it out. We only have 1 more set on the other side. 1 more set on the other side. Big, or front, side, and back. Let's go. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Let's do 2 more. Front, side, and back. Last one here. Front, side, and back. Great work. Shake those legs out a little bit. We're going to give those legs a little bit of a rest. Go ahead and grab a drink if you need to. Glenn's on the mark here. We're going to do the next one in our chair. So go ahead and grab your chair when you're ready. All right, grab a drink if you need to. You don't need those anymore. All right, we ready? So in our chair, edge of our seat. We're going to go back to that tempo that we did with those sit stands, but we're going to actually do our chair push-ups with those. So we're going to go up for a count of 3 and down for a count of 3. We're going to forget about those legs pushing us up out of the chair. Now we're going to use those arms to push us up out of the chair. So this is not a leg exercise. This is an arm exercise. So sitting with the edge, your bum on the edge of the seat, those feet right underneath those knees. Our arms are doing the work, all right? We're going to push ourselves up for a count of 3 with our arms and lower for a count of 3. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3, down for 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give you another option in a second. 1, 2, 3. Up for 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Down for 1, 2, 3. Last one. Up. 2, 3. Down for 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm gonna give one of my friends here an option here in the room, but I know there's people at home that need this option too. Grab your weights. Instead of doing that push up, now this is only for those of you that it bothers your wrists to push yourself up out of that chair. Grab those weights, because what you're gonna do for me is you're just gonna press those weights up overhead. So you're just gonna give me a 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 3. And that's for those of you that it bothers your wrists to push yourself up out of that chair. All right, so those are your two options: chair push-ups, or you can join Pam and do that 3 count up, 3 count down. All right, you ready? Can you do front raise? What if you took those weights and you did a 1, 2, 3, just to shoulder height, and a 1, 2, 3 down? You think that would help? Okay, 3 options. Look at us. We have all kinds of options. 3 options. You ready? Let's go. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. You got it. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, and 1. Shake those arms out. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. That a little bit better? Okay. That feel better, Glenn? And please, that's just note to everybody in the room, whether it's me, Michelle, or Craig, or Marina, or whoever. If you guys need other options, wave your hand. There are options for everything. All right. All right, we ready? Round 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. You got it. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 1, 2, and 3. Shake it out. 3 rounds down, 1 to go. Shake those arms out. A little bit of difference, right? So when we did those sit stands, we used those legs to get us up out of the chair. And now we're just strengthening those arms a little bit. Imagine what you can do when you put the 2 together. Superman. Superman. All right, hands on those chairs. Let's go. Up for 3, down for 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2. Let's do 2 more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, 1. Up for 1, 2, 3. Down for 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms. You forgot all about those legs, didn't you? Forgot all about those legs. Shake out those arms a little bit. Grab a drink. We're going to go ahead and stand it up for our next exercise. We have 2 exercises left, which should take us to our stretching. All right, if we have time, like I said, we can always throw a grand finale in. All right, so when you're ready, everybody stand up. Bill, you can do this one in your chair. We're going to take it to a march, and we're going to do those up, out, and down arms. Those of you that worked out with me before know that I do this exercise a lot. It's a great coordination exercise. And all we're going to do is just march those knees here, and those legs are going to go, those arms are going to go up, out, and down. Now I'm going to throw those jazz hands, or those wide fingers and those finger flicks, back into this exercise. So it looks a little like this. When we go up, we have jazz hands. When we go out, we have finger flicks. When we come down, we have tight fists. All right, I'm making you think. All right, we've made it this far. We only got about 11 minutes left of class. All right, let's start with the march. How about that? Let's start with the march here. Okay, let's add the arms. Let's go up, out, and down. Let's do it again. Up, out. All right, here we go. Let's go wide hands, finger flicks, tight fist. Wide hands, finger flicks, tight fist. Wide hands, finger flicks, tight fist. It's like a tongue twister. Tight fist. Big, flick, tight. There we go. Big, flick, tight. Last one. Big, flick, and tight. Now, of course, that adds a whole nother level coordination and cognition to it. So if the hands messed you up, take the hands out of it and just do those up, out, and down arms. All right? I got to keep you guys on your toes, though. Every time Bill Gurr shows up, I got to keep him on his toes. All right, you ready? We're going to take that march right here. Are you ready? 30 seconds. Follow my lead. Let's go. Big, flick, tight. Big, flick, tight. Big, flick, tight. You got it. Big fingers. Flick that water off. Tighten them up. Big, flick, and tight. Big fingers. Flick that water off. Tight fist. 2 more. Flick and tight. Last one. Big fingers. Flick that water off. Tight fists. Relax. Nice work. It's multitasking. Multitasking is an excellent way to work on that cognition. Were you here? Were you here for that class? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So real quick story before Glenn, you weren't here because I think it was circuit. Was it circuit class? Yeah. It was circuit class, and I had one of the stations, and it was recite the alphabet forward and then recite the alphabet backwards. And we were like, no, none of us could do it. I mean, I don't even think we could get to like X. Like, we couldn't do it. Well, Donna, who you've probably worked out with before, she came, she rattled the entire thing backwards. Her father wanted her to learn when she was a child, I think. So she took Z to A in about 2 seconds. So yeah, she was the life of the party. She was the life of the party that day. All right, you ready? 2 more rounds to go. Let's get those knees in, and let's add those arms. Let's go wide. Finger flick, tight. Wide. Finger flick, tight. Wide. Finger flick and tight. Wide. Finger flick and tight. You got it. Wide fingers. Flick it off. Tight fists. Wide. Flick. Tight. Wide. Flick. One more here. Let's go wide. Flick and tight. I only have 1 more round of that to go. We were very impressed. So unless you've been practicing, Carl, I don't think we're going to throw that out today. I surely have not. Z, that's about ZY. I think that's about as far as I can get. All right, we ready? Last round here. You ready to march it out? Let's bring those knees up just a little bit higher this time. And nice strong arms, working those hands. Let's go. Finger flick and tight. Wide fingers. Finger flick and tight. Wide. Finger flick, tight. Wide. Finger flick and tight. Wide. Flick. Tight. You got it. Come on, stick with me. Halfway done. Wide. Flick and tight. Nice job, Prakash. And tight fists. Wide. Finger flick. Let's do it 2 more times. Wide. Finger flick and tight. Last one. Wide. Finger flick and tight. Great work. Grab a drink. We have 1 exercise left. And I'm actually going to give you an option on this, okay? You can do it seated or standing. I'm going to give you 2 exercises you can pick from. All right? It's kind of girl I am. All right? If you are standing, we are working those oblique muscles, those muscles that help with a lot of that rotation. If you are standing, what you're going to do is you're just going to bring that elbow to that knee, just like that. Okay? Now, of course, they don't have to touch. You can decrease that range of motion a little bit, but we're working those muscles. If you're seated, we're going to do seated bicycles. That's where we're on the edge of those seats, tickling those earlobes with those fingertips, and we're just going to bring that elbow to that opposite knee, across that body here, and then back open. Do I have any takers for standing, or are we all doing seated? Doesn't matter to me. I'll stay seated. You want to stand? All right. We got some. We got some standers. All right. Everybody else know what they're doing. You're just going to, please don't pull on that neck. No matter what you're doing, don't pull on that neck. We're just tickling those earlobes. You got it, Prakash? All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Let's go right here. And you're going to take that elbow. You got it. Yep. You got it. Well, perfect. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Whether you are doing the standing or the seated, you're bringing that elbow or that knee to that elbow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it out, shake it out. Brings a little bit of a balance component to it too when you're doing it standing. Same exact results though. Seated or standing. All right, one round down, 3 to go, and then we're stretching it out. We're tickling those earlobes with those fingertips, not pulling on that neck. Let's go, 30 seconds. Keep going. Those of you at home, if you're doing these seated, you're pulling that elbow to that opposite knee right here. Everybody looks good. Stick with me. 10 seconds left. 2 more. 2 and 1. Shake it out. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. All right, everybody seated or standing. Make sure you're sitting up and standing up nice and tall for me. All right. Kneeling? That's a story for a different day, Walt. All right, we ready? Let's go right here. Bringing that elbow to that knee. Working the center of that body. All the way up, whether you're crossing over in front while you're seated or bringing it side to side. 10 seconds left here. 2 and 1. Relax it out. 1 round left. 1 round left, and then we're stretching it out. It's getting toasty warm in here, isn't it? It is getting warm in here, yes. I think that we're going to have to make sure when it's sunny to close those blinds in the afternoon. I know I've talked about that before, David. I'm not usually here after 12, so usually it stays relatively cool in the morning. But all right, last round here. Are you ready? Let's make this the best round we got. 30 seconds. Let's go right here. Everybody gets to sit and stretch it out after this, so let's work for it right here. $15 in, 15 to go. Looking good. Working the sides of those bodies. 4 more. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Shake it out. Shake it out. Grab a drink if you need to. There's water in the back if you need water. We can always grab it for you as well. We are going to stretch out in the chair. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and have a seat. All right. Nice work. Nice work, nice work. See, it's amazing what you can do with 8 exercises. That's all. Just 8 exercises. Very nice. Very nice. You're good, Prakash. You're good. Go. You all right? Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and stretch these bodies out. You ready for that? Let's extend that leg out. Pull that toe towards you. I want you to feel that stretch just by doing that on the back of that leg. And then fall into it or lean into it just a little bit and get a nice big stretch in the back of that leg, just reaching for that toe. And then take that leg and hug it in for me and rotate that ankle. We'll go ahead and do the same thing on that other leg. So extend that leg out, pull that toe towards you and reach for that toe. Nice big stretch in the back of that leg. And then we'll take that same leg in, hug it in, and rotate that ankle. Try to switch directions, few in one direction and then a few in the other. All right, now we'll sit up nice and straight with those feet right underneath those knees, either using the side of the chair or the side of your leg to pull yourself. Let's everybody look to the right and look over that right shoulder, taking that whole body with you. So use that chair or that leg to pull that body. Hi, Prakash. Remember, where those eyes go, that body will follow. So just look over that shoulder behind you. And then come back to center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Turning that body, looking over that shoulder. Nice big stretch through that midsection. As we're stretching, be thinking about what part of that body you're stretching. That sometimes helps to get in the right position. And then we'll come back to center here. Let's go ahead and take that right hand or left hand, and reach up overhead. Nice big stretch down that side. Make sure we're sitting up nice and straight on these. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side, up and over. And relax that arm down. Let's go ahead and finish with a couple big neck rotations. Big neck rotations here, one in one direction. Nice and big. Make the biggest circle you can. And then we'll go one in the opposite direction. Nice and big. And then come right back to center. And we'll finish with those 2 deep breaths, in through that nose, out through the mouth. You ready? In through the nose, all the way up. 5 count in. And that slow 5 count out. And last one here, in through the nose, all the way up. Nice big stretch up top, in through that nose. And then slowly exhale it out. 8 exercises and a good workout in the book. You did it, you did it, you did it. I'm going to go ahead and stop my camera real quick. You at home, have a great day. I will see you next time. And we are good to go. Nice work.